every time that we have a problem, I try to listen to people of different opinions and oftentimes it might even change the way that I look at things.
Meeting, is that the intention to discuss at a council meeting whether or not
every time that we have a problem, I try to listen to people of different opinions.
The commission is as to anybody, whether it be the mushroom plant, whoever down the road wants to resell
This is my second term, first year of my second term as a council member here in Olds. Well, I've always had an interest in politics since university, and found the time that I could run for council in the previous term. I feel that I wanted to branch out a little bit in my skills and what I have to do. I mean, I've had a career as a manager of the golf course now for almost 20 years, but I wanted to branch out as well. I felt that I had some pretty good skills that as far as leadership and the ability to bring people together and find consensus. So I went and I ran, and I had talked about it in the previous term, and then finally decided I think it's time to run, and got elected, and I've really enjoyed my time here in Olds. As well, I've really enjoyed being part of this community and giving back to it in a real meaningful way that I feel like I gain a lot of satisfaction. It's been very fulfilling to me. Well, one of the neatest things that I find is being able to listen to people with differing views. We've got different personalities on council. We've got different people in our community that present a great variety of ideas and solutions that may not be that clear to myself. And I get a real kick and a real sense of satisfaction out of listening to people and trying to build a solution around what the residents and what my other council members and administration offer. And that's been the most exciting thing for me as a councillor. And I look forward to doing that. Just every time that we have a problem, I try to listen to people of different opinions and oftentimes it might even change the way that I look at things. We all are kind of set in our ways and have our opinion, but it's really nice sometimes and refreshing to hear a different look and a different side. Someone who's really given it a lot of thought and may provide me with some insight from a different perspective. Well, we've got so many opportunities here. Managing growth is a particularly, I think, the number one thing, because we want growth, but we want proper growth. We do so many interesting things here in the areas of conservation and working, whether it be managing our landfill or our water or our wastewater, how we go about those things. Some of the things that people don't see in our community. I've learned a lot in the last 4 years of trying to learn as quick and get up to speed on some of these things. These are all things that are that are encompassing the growth of our community, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. There's many things we can do in our community to market this great town, and we're doing some of that with ONET and bringing businesses to our community. We're right on Highway 2. We're right on we're just off Highway 2 in the Golden Corridor. We've got so many great things that could happen. We just have to properly try our best to manage them, look into the future, and try to make the decisions that are best for our community. We have to really see around the corner, as somebody put it very wisely to me one time. It's real easy to see what's right in front of your nose, but being able to see around the corner isn't quite as easy. But I think we do a pretty good job as far as that goes, and just trying to communicate that to our residents as best we can, I think is going to be a big thing in the next foreseeable future here for the residents of Olds. You really need to be proud of your community, and if you're not, I think you need to look into what the community is really doing, because if you think that this community is standing still, if you think we're not doing things, I think you're wrong. You really need to look deeper in. And there's a lot of us, we get caught up in our day-to-day lives and we don't know necessarily what's going on, or maybe we don't feel like we're being reached to or the information's being put out there. As a councillor, as a member who gets to see a lot of these different groups, whether it's members of the Olds Institute or other members of council or all the different organizations in our town like New to You that really reach out and try to do things, bothers me a lot of times when I hear people say, you know, there's nothing maybe happening in Olds, or we're not doing this, we're doing that. There are so many things happening in our exciting community that other communities and other towns and cities in this province are jealous of what happens here and what we do. I think we really need to embrace that, and I think as a council we maybe need to do a better job to promote that, because it's a really, really exciting time to be here in Olds, and I look forward to the challenge going forward. Every time that we have a problem, I try to listen to people with different opinions.
Basically, the policy of the Water Commission is as to anybody, whether it be old.
Olds Community TV, your go-to channel for news and information in Olds, Alberta.